All right, so it's probably been about 3 months since I gave you guys an update on the Baja. And here we are. You're probably looking at it and like, it's done. No, it's really not. There's a lot of crap that needs done to it. And that is what we're gonna talk about today. So essentially how this video is gonna work is I'm gonna show you what I've gotten done on this thing. And the most obvious thing to you guys has to be the paint. It's painted. Now, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. Something is weird with this color. So I painted the body, I don't know, like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. And then I painted all the plastic panels after because I had all the pieces off. I painted after and I made sure that the paint was the exact same paint. It wasn't mixed separately, it was all mixed together. And by that I mean originally when I went to the paint shop, got one thing of paint and they used it for the body. And I realized I wasn't gonna have enough, so we went back, got more for the undercoat of these, and then we sprayed the final coat in the exact same can that the body is sprayed in, because I was kind of nervous about this. But you can probably see it in the video, it is not the exact same color. And I'm not really sure why, but I am noticing something slowly, that the paint is changing. And I've actually never seen this before, but this paint right here, I was looking back at old photos from like 2 months ago, and I noticed that it looked kind of like this color. It was more yellow and brownish. This is a little bit more bluish. And I actually like this better. I like this color better. But now that I'm thinking changing, I'm hoping that this changes to this green. I'm not a big fan of this green, but I'd rather it all be one green than like two separate greens. So it is looking like it's changing a little bit, and I'm giving it, I believe, 1 more month and we'll see what it does. But I may have to respray it. I do not want to do that because that's chaos. But if I have to, I will, because I don't like it not matching right now. It won't ever be perfect because you're dealing with plastic, but this is just kind of horrendous. And this is actually a lot better than it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was really bad then, but we will see. But either way, I basically have all the body panels in, all the doors are done on the exterior. So everything on the exterior is like pretty much done. I'll show you what I need to do in the back yet, and that will be a little bit complicated. But I do need to secure some of the bottoms of these panels, like the back quarter panels I need to tie in, as well as the front bumper. So that's something small I need to do. And I'm gonna get the actual good wheels on. I don't know if I showed you guys them yet, I don't think I did. I have new wheels from Rika and BF Goodrich All Terrains. So those look pretty good, they'll stick out a little bit more, but I don't really wanna risk beating them up until I'm like done. So for now, the stock Subaru wheels are gonna stay on. And then as far as the interior goes, so you can see that I have door panels ripped out, and that is because I'm working on getting the trim pieces all hydro dipped. If you don't know what hydro dipping is, wait around for a few videos and I'm actually gonna show you the process of hydro dipping, how I do it. I used to do it a lot, I don't do it much anymore, but I'm excited to put some hydro dip on the trim pieces, so that includes all these and the dash pieces, whatever, all of it. I'm also putting a new speaker system in. I kind of destroyed these speakers when I was taking the car apart, and they're already pretty bad, so put new speakers in. And the back is still ripped out entirely. There's nothing in the back right now. And that is for a few reasons. One is I need to get a battery to the back because I'm having 2 batteries. So I need to figure out that system and run a wire from the alternator to the battery. And once I get the wiring for that done, and also some of these lights I'm gonna have up on the roof, it's gonna go back together. And that also includes the headliner. The headliner right now is down, but that is gonna go back on once I build the roof rack. And actually, let's go talk about that. And the reason I brought up the roof rack is because, like I said, the headliner, obviously I need the headliner down to put the roof rack in, but also I cannot install this back here until I figure out the roof rack situation. So essentially, I have it figured out a little bit, but I need help designing it. But I'm gonna have 2 posts on either side back here and a post up front. And that is basically gonna be a full length roof rack. The whole car and the bed, I don't know what you wanna call this, a brunk, a bed and a trunk, I don't know. But this thing back here, it's gonna have a roof rack over top of it, and that's where the tent's gonna go, that's where the cases are gonna go. And I'm also putting molly panels on the side here. I'm probably gonna have the 2 posts here and have the molly panel in between them and put stuff on like rotopacks or whatever when I'm out adventuring. But otherwise, this bed's just kind of sitting here until I figure that out. Like I said, not much I can do about that right now, but that's fine because I got plenty of other stuff to do. So let's go to the front and discuss what's going on with the bumper. So I have something funny going on here. So obviously there's usually a grill here, right? And I actually have that right here. Now this is not what a stock grill looks like, but I essentially cut out all the posts because I hate the look of Baja grills. So I cut that out and it's already like broken a little bit. And it's kind of a failed experiment because I tried sandblasting the chrome off and it just got ripply and weird. And I realized it's really just not gonna work, which is fine. I've kind of planned on it just being an experiment, so I'm fine that it didn't work. But I'm running into an issue. So what I really wanted was a grill with mesh in it, which is what this was gonna be, but I cannot find one anywhere. So obviously there's not many Baja owners out there, and of those owners, there's not many who want a mesh grill, in my opinion, or care to mess with it. So that's an issue because nobody makes a mesh grill for these things. I was looking online and you can get, I believe it's Gen 3 Legacy, I could be wrong, it's Gen 2 or 3, I think it's 3, and Gen 4 Outback would fit this grill pattern, the same bolts and everything. But again, nobody makes a mesh grill that I can see online for those years of Outback or Legacy. So that's where I'm kind of coming to you guys for help. If you guys know anybody who makes a mesh grill or makes custom mesh grills, let me know in the comments down below because I really want a mesh grill in this thing and I don't know where else to go. So I might end up going with a Gen 3 Legacy grill, which those are nicer because they have like a little hexagon black grill pattern in the back. It's a lot nicer than the Baja grill, so I might end up going with that. I know the fit is not perfect at the bottom, so I understand that. But otherwise, yeah, I might just go to that. But let me know in the comments. I'm gonna wait probably a month after this video comes out, so let me know. As far as the rest of the front goes, got headlights in. Now, you're probably gonna ask what headlights are in there. I have no clue, to be honest. So when I got this thing, I noticed the headlights were definitely modified because you can see there's like urethane coming out of them. So somebody took the lens off, put a new lens on, and put projector halos in. And again, I am not versed in projector halos, so I have no clue what type of projector halos they are, but they are pretty sweet. They work really well. So that's sick. Also have fog lights in that are LED converted. Again, I did not LED convert those. The person before me did, and they're actually pretty sweet. I bought Diode Dynamics yellow LED conversions, but I ended up sending them back because I realized these are perfect and I'd probably just rather go with white light for on the road driving. So that's fine with me. I'm also gonna be mounting SAE fog lights from Diode Dynamics underneath here once I find the correct spot for them. And I bought a whole bunch of different lights from them, so that's gonna be a separate video in itself. That's gonna be later on. That's gonna be kind of the finishing touches of this thing. But besides the grill, that is essentially it for the front. I also wanted to note that this is a very condensed video. I did not want to go into all the nitty gritty of what's going on. There's a lot of small stuff going on with this thing, a lot of like small interior stuff that I'm installing. I'm gonna make a full video when this thing is done and talk about literally everything. And I don't want to bore you guys with that right now because I don't really have it all figured out yet. But I just want to give you a quick update on what is happening. But I didn't want to leave you guys in the dark on this thing because I know it's been a while and I said I was gonna paint it. So I'm gonna give you a very fast update. And the next time you see this thing is probably when it's road legal because I still have to do inspections, I have to do exhaust stuff. So I still have a little bit to do in that aspect, but you probably will see it after that. And then we'll probably talk about the roof rack, talk about all the accessories, and really take a deep dive into the Baja. But that's it for now. I will see you in the next one.